There was once a beautiful girl named Ozioma. She lived in a village and was very kind. Everyone loved her because she helped people and was always friendly. Ozioma had a best friend named Amarachi. They lived close to each other and they did everything together. They helped their parents fetch water from the stream, collect firewood, and clean the house. They always made their parents proud. At night, Ozioma and Amarachi would sit outside under the moonlight, talking and laughing. The villagers loved being around them because they were so nice and kind. One day, Ozioma and Amarachi went to the village stream to get water. On their way back, Ozioma suddenly shouted, "My leg." My leg, she had hurt herself and couldn't walk. Amarachi became very scared. She didn't know what to do, so she ran to the village to get help. As she was running, she saw a young man carrying firewood on his head. "Please help," Amarachi cried, with tears in her eyes. She pointed back to where Ozioma was sitting by the stream. The young man understood and quickly followed Amarachi. When they reached Ozioma, the young man saw that she was in pain. He picked her up and carried her to the village doctor. The doctor gave her medicine, and after some days, Ozioma felt much better. 2 days later, Ozioma went to visit the young man who had helped her. She smiled and said, "Thank you for helping me. My name is Ozioma. What's your name?" The young man smiled back and said, "I am Joshua. It's nice to meet you." From that day, Ozioma and Joshua became good friends. They spent time together singing and laughing. After 4 months, they fell in love and got married. They were very happy and soon became rich. Ozioma and Joshua lived a very happy life together. Their home was always filled with laughter, kindness, and love. Ozioma still loved to help people, and Joshua was known for being very hardworking and strong. The people in the village admired them, and everyone felt happy to know them. One day, Ozioma and Amarachi were sitting under the moonlight like they used to do. Amarachi looked at Ozioma and smiled, saying, "I'm so happy you found someone like Joshua. He is very kind, just like you." Ozioma smiled back and said, "Yes, I am lucky. But don't worry, Amarachi, one day you will also find someone who will love you very much." Amarachi laughed softly, but deep inside, she hoped that what Ozioma said would come true. Time went by, and soon Ozioma and Joshua were expecting a baby. The whole village was excited. Ozioma was always smiling, and Joshua made sure to take care of her every day. He would fetch water from the stream, collect firewood, and do anything to make her comfortable. One afternoon, as Ozioma rested under a tree, Joshua came up to her with a smile. "Do you know what I dream of?" he asked. "What do you dream of?" Ozioma asked curiously. "I dream of building a big house for us and our children. A house where everyone is welcome and where we can share our happiness with the village," Joshua said. Ozioma smiled warmly. "That would be wonderful. Together, we can make that dream come true." They worked hard together, and over time, they built a beautiful house. It was big and bright, and it became a place where people from the village would come to talk, laugh, and share stories. Ozioma and Joshua's home was filled with love, just like they had always wanted. And so, Ozioma and Joshua lived happily with their children, and the village always remembered them as the kind and loving couple who made everyone feel like family. As the years passed, Ozioma and Joshua's family grew. They had 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Their house was always filled with joy, and they taught their children to be kind and helpful, just like they were. Ozioma loved sitting with her children under the moonlight, telling them stories about the village and how she met their father. One day, while they were sitting outside, their eldest son, Chibuzo, asked, "Mama, how did you and Papa become so happy? Everyone in the village talks about how kind and strong you both are." Ozioma smiled and said, "It's because we always cared for each other and helped others. That's what brings true happiness, being kind and loving to people." Joshua, who was sitting nearby, added, "We also worked hard, but we never forgot the people around us. A happy heart comes from giving and sharing with others." The children listened carefully, and from that day on, they made sure to follow their parents' example. Chibuzo helped the villagers by carrying heavy loads for the elders, while his younger brother, Ifeni, loved helping his father in the farm. Their little sister, Ada, was always smiling and sharing her toys with other children.